Right, it's like, what's going on out there? So we still have a little bit of haze, but things are so much better outside. And we, have had the cloudy conditions from last night. But as far as those conditions starting to improve for us, as far as the Canadian wildfire smoke, wind direction is going to save us and bring us some relief. We've been in the lighter conditions as far as our scale regarding the smoke, and that's the way it's going to be as we go into the afternoon. And you may notice at times, still a little bit of that haze, but nothing like what we've been working with for much of this week. And even as we go into Saturday, the conditions thankfully do not worsen for us. So we are going to find that we are still in the lighter conditions, but those southerly winds, even that southwest wind is going to be bringing us some heat and some relief. However, it might bring some humidity with it. Looking at radar though, we have the clouds because we had this system. It was a little more put together, but overnight the rain split off going north and south of us. So we missed out on a lot of water. So roadways have been dry here for the morning. And now we just keep our eyes west as we wait for our next system. You can see one there in Iowa. However, for your Friday, I'm anticipating it to be mainly dry. We had the clouds here to start. And there will be some sun. So for those of you who are craving bright sunshine, we will start to see some of that coming through later on today. We will have, because we are talking about some heat for today, some isolated showers that'll pop up. And even overnight, you may have just that general summer thunderstorm that rolls through. But the weekend itself is actually going to start out dry. Just don't let your guard down on Saturday, because though the day starts out dry, we do have some afternoon thunderstorms that roll in. And some of them can have some gusty winds within them. So have the WTOL 11 weather app. If you're going to be out and about this weekend or even just chilling at home, make sure you get updates on that wet and stormy weekend forecast, because not just Saturday, the back half of the day we're talking rain. We will have those scattered showers for your Sunday. That's actually going to cool us into the lower 80s for your Sunday, but then we have upper 80s and 90s by Monday, Tuesday. That's when we start to see more sun in the forecast, though it's going to be a warm one for Independence Day. Now, as far as our muggy meter, this is just a heads up that we are going to have some uncomfortable days. We haven't had a lot of humidity, so you're going to notice kind of that muggy and that ugh feeling to get through the weekend. So I know a lot of us are going to be outside. Just be prepared for some of that heat. Even today, we're going to have highs around 91. The air quality, though, that is improving, and we will have some partly sunny skies coming our way. Your extended forecast, you're going to be looking at some 80s here to get us through the weekend, and then we are still looking at some 90s as we get into next week. Dry weather, though, as we get into that Monday and Tuesday time frame, and even that full 10-day, you are going to find that those conditions are just a little bit different. So overall, you are going to be looking at those lower 80s as we get into that next weekend. And of course, again, with the storms that we have coming up, have the WTOL 11 weather app ready to go. That's going to be a big help as far as staying up to date on some of those storms.
Yeah, because we're going to be out and about doing our thing this weekend and through the next few days. By the way, Tina Hill just commented, who is watching this morning. She says she keeps hers in the fridge, the ketchup.
Okay, good job, Tina. She knows what's going on.
And then I just shared that post on my social media, on my Facebook page. So if you want to chime in, go ahead and do that.